This is part 2 of the Chinese SWAT Predator 4-wheeler. So I had this thing on here already, but the engine plate just broke off and stuff like that. So I took everything off and now I'm redoing it. So we got the torque converter here. In part 1, I don't think we had the torque converter, so I got the torque converter here. And then I bought a engine plate. You can come over here and see. I bought an engine plate off Amazon. I'm gonna put that in the description. And then I took the square tubing off of my trike. I cut 2 pieces off the same width as the engine plate and then stacked them on top of each other, and then some metal plate I'm gonna weld down there. So I just put it in how it's gonna look, because I'm gonna now take everything off, grind it or sand it all down. I actually use the grinder, but take all the paint off and then get my grandpa to weld it completely. I'm gonna tack weld it with my little small junky Harbor Freight welder. So I'm gonna tack weld it and then take the engine off and everything, and then take it over to my grandpa's place where he's gonna like weld everything in. So I got the plate grounded down, got it right there. And then I'm gonna, before I tack weld that, I'm gonna grind these down or take all the paint off, tack weld them together, and then set it on here, and then take the engine, put it on here, tack weld the engine to here, then loosen up the engine on the engine plate, loosen it up, take the engine out, and then we're ready to take it over to my grandpa's place to have him weld it complete. So I got the Chinese 4-wheeler here, got it back from my grandpa. He put some welds down right there, covered up a hole that I made. I still have to grind it and everything, but now I'm gonna slap on the engine. So this thing, I'm gonna make it like all neat, and then tear it apart and like make it all nice. So I got the Predator here. I had to weld a little bit down there, don't look, but I had to weld a little bit down there. So I hope they don't break. We'll get 2 bolts in at the back, and then we'll get the chain off wherever it is. You heard, go over to bikewideopen.com, get some merch so I can put more money into my builds. Like this one, I want to put like a stage 5 on here, maybe. So head on over there, buy some merch if you want to. If you don't want to, do it anyways. So I got the Chinese 4-wheeler here. I put the chain on. I put the brakes on now. Sorry I didn't videotape it. I put the brakes on, chained this side cover, throttle cable that it busted in here, so I have to fix it. The shut-off switch. I still have to hook up the gas, and then the exhaust. I had a nice muffler all up here. Like, nice muffler, it was all quiet. But it didn't want to fit. You know, your boy cut a little more off, but now it still doesn't fit because of this. So I'm gonna cut it off probably right here. You can see there, right here. So now I gotta put on the seat and the gas tank, hooked up the throttle cable. And now I'm gonna, you ready for this? Take it on a ride. So tomorrow morning, I'm gonna take it on a ride. Tonight, it's dark outside already. Really cold. I gotta put on more clothes. So stay tuned for tomorrow morning. Good night. So, last time you saw me, it was a few days ago. But now I'm back. And got the Chinese 4-wheeler here. I didn't get it working in the, like last time you saw me. I didn't get it working because I worked on it the whole next morning. I like took the head apart, looked if everything was okay. Everything seemed okay. So I put it back together, and it still doesn't run. So it's probably a gas issue. I'm gonna take the engine off of it and then put it on the ground, pull it over a few times to look if it starts up. But if not, I'll throw in this thing. Everything I have to do to get this thing ready to go on there, take off the side cover, gas tank, muffler, and then on this thing, I'm just gonna take off the drive pulley and then remove the torque converter bolts on the engine. Then just pull the whole engine out of there. Then get that thing, put it in here, and put everything back on. I hope it's that easy. I hope it is that easy. It's gonna be that easy. So let's get it done. So I'm gonna be throwing on some new 1/4 inch fuel line. So let's get it. So it's nighttime now. So I got the Chinese swap Predator here, and it finally works. The throttle works. Shut off switch works. So I lit off when I said I'm gonna put take the orange one out of here and put the other one in. So I got that done. So I just swapped everything off of that thing, put it on here, except I put on a new gas line, and then also had to raise it up right there. I put a 1-inch spacer in, and then to put that spacer in, I had to cut off the fins from the torque converter, but it fits pretty good, and I'm really pleased with myself. Yeah. And then in the future, I have to get me a throttle cable, but I'm adding this twist throttle. Stuff I still have to do, I have to weld this muffler on there. I took it on a test drive and it just fell off. Goes on there like that. Like that. I still have to weld that. And then that's one thing. I have to twist throttle, put the plastics back on, wrap the seat, put the torque converter cover on there, paint it, need bolt or nuts for the back tires, but there's a lot of stuff to do yet, but I'm gonna get it done someday, somehow. So let's take this thing for a ride. So guys, that's it for part 2. Part 3, we are going to be painting this thing, finishing it all up. So stay tuned for that. I'll probably have that in between a few other go-kart videos. So stay tuned, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.